I talked about how the DLC was included in this, but not really. They give you a download code. It's not on disc. Actually, ended up being okay because I did not think it held up nearly as well to this game, and we'll flip it over, but it's the Shadow of Rose DLC right there. Let's talk about that. So in this DLC, you play as Rose, the girl you're trying to save from Resident Evil Village, but now she's like a 16-year-old, and she, like I said, she's the daughter of Ethan Winters, the guy from Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. And I have to say this game, it does play in a third-person view, which is nice. But the story of this is like the most far-fetched I've ever seen in a Resident Evil game. So that's saying a lot for a Resident Evil game. If you've ever played one, man, the stories can get bonkers and really jump the shark easily. But this one, I think, takes the cake. Basically, Rose has to go into like the memory of a fungus that was like near to the events of Resident Evil Village, to like walk through its memories to find like a hidden crystal that's going to tell her the truth about her supernatural powers. What? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's so bonkers. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, why couldn't she have just gone back to like the village and investigated? Like, I don't get it. But whatever the case, it reuses like the same areas from Resident Evil 8 and kind of like remixes them in a way. And I have to say this, it does feel more survival horror than Resident Evil 8. Like, ammo is harder to come by and all that. But the game is way more linear. So, it kind of like, I'm glad that there's less ammo, but I like exploring in Resident Evil games, and this kind of like took that away. However, I will say this is way scarier. This DLC is way scarier than the base game, and I was like tense and nervous like the whole time I played. But it's only like 3 hours long, so it's not going to weigh on you that much. Like I said, it is scarier. You have to like, it's almost like you're just trying to unlock doors. She has these powers where she can, I don't even know what they are. They're almost like these plants that grow out of the maps, and she can like charge her powers on them to unlock like doors. So you basically just run around like unlocking doors while stuff is chasing you, and it's not nearly as fun as like the base Resident Evil Village by a long shot, and it felt like a totally different game at times. And I'll just come out and say it, that the ending of this is like just copied and pasted from Resident Evil Village. Like, it's literally the exact same cutscene, which was really disappointing, and I didn't like that. I think Rose is an okay character, and I did enjoy playing as like the daughter of Ethan Winters and seeing what she's up to and stuff, and I hope they bring her back. I really do. But this just like didn't even feel like a Resident Evil game. It felt like a budget survival horror game that you'd, you know, find in a bargain bin somewhere. Or like a bad DLC, which is what it is. I mean, it's just a DLC pack, but they built it up so much. I just wish there had been more to it. Okay, my final thoughts on this whole package, like Resident Evil Village, and which I gave a 9 to, and the Shadow of Rose DLC. After I finished Resident Evil Village, I immediately wanted to play it again, and I did. Like, I went and unlocked a bunch of like guns. I blew through the game. So much fun. Had a great time with it. So much fun. After I finished Shadow of Rose, it like, I didn't want to play it again, and it like put me off of playing Resident Evil Village. So it, I think, brings down the total package, which is kind of sad. Like, I would not even recommend Shadow of Rose. If you're like a huge Resident Evil Village fan, it made the experience worse for me. I would say stay away from it. It was okay. It's a 7 out of 10. But like, that brings down a 9. Like, this experience was sullied by it. So, cool package, but I'd just stick with Resident Evil Village. You get more fun there. A lot more fun.